So I had this this incident yesterday that I would say, unfortunately, is not a rare incident where I couldn't find one of my socks. So, of course, I start doing this very familiar dance called looking for my sock. At some point, I'm kind of alerted by my wife Brienne asking me, "What are you looking for?" And all of a sudden, I realized, and I had this kind of blank look on my face, and Brienne smiles and she's like, "You forgot what you're looking for, didn't you?" At this moment of, and we both laugh. And then I remembered, oh, I was looking for my sock. It's funny because that, strangely, I've been thinking about that at the edge of my awareness, since that happened yesterday, and I somehow there's something about that, right? That I think speaks to something that I want to see if I can kind of tease out what's kind of disclosed in that, right? So it's like, it's funny, right? It's a funny thing because, you could say we have this ability, right, to look for something and start looking for it. And in the process of looking for it, not notice that we've forgotten what we're looking for, yet still be looking. And it's not that in that moment when I'm looking for my sock, it's not like I'm present to not knowing what I was looking for. Because if I were, I wouldn't be looking. I'd be thinking about what the hell I was looking for. No, there's this little period of time, right, where I'm looking, and it's lost to me that I've lost what I'm looking for. It's concealed. And I've been thinking about, it's funny. It's what else is that like? This ability to, on some level, to be on our way towards something, which is, on some level, that's what it is to be a person. We're always on our way somewhere. We're always on our way somewhere. We're always coming from somewhere. And it seems that there's a way in which what calls us into being on our way in a very deep level can be concealed to us. And it can be concealed that it's concealed. And I imagine this is what in us, in a way, is what the Greeks really meant by the term Alafaya or aletheia, which is you could say the primordial notion of truth. And it's really interesting because it's not truth as we usually think of it now, which is correctness, right? When something like the word and the object line up, the idea and the mind and the object in the world line up, they correlate, and we call that truth. That's true, correct. Yet, as the Greeks do, they have a much more primordial notion of truth, which is you could say, the happening, the event, the moment where that which is veiled, hidden, becomes revealed, right? And it's interesting because for the longest time, I've been thinking about aletheia for a long time, because it seems to me that, right, that when we have, it's always struck me that this kind of double, this double experience of personal insights that I would have and that I'd be in the presence of people having, in my work and stuff. I was always struck by this kind of double sense where there's like an insight means like you see something new, but you also reveal, if it's an insight, that which was already the case, but concealed from you. And so when I started understanding this term Alafaya as truth, I think there's that really spoke to me. But the thing about that is like at first I thought, well, it's about what's revealed, right? So there was something hidden and it's revealed. And like the truth is what is revealed. But I don't think that's the case. And I think this sense of looking for the sock that was concealed, that I had totally forgotten it, but yet was still given by the forgotten looking for sockness. I was still looking for it, right? This ability to be constituted, right? To be characterized by such a activity and be have it be completely concealed, right? Speaks to this in this funny way, right? Where, I think that the word comes from Alafaya. It comes from the Greek myth. I think it's a river or a lake, and it's considered Alafaya. It's like considered the river or the lake of forgetfulness. So to get a sense of this, it's like it's forgetfulness. So, if I'm guy's walking along and he trips and falls into Lake Alafaya, it's not like people are like, whoa, where's Guy? No, it's Guy becomes forgotten, right? And so it's missing that Guy's missing. It's forgotten that Guy is forgotten. Total concealment. So Alafaya is not the realization of Guy. That is the case. But the thing that's really disclosed, right, is the recognition that it was completely concealed to you. It's that's the thing that evokes. It's the uncanniness of that, of how deeply that concealedness is. It's a strange thing to try to put words to. However, I think it's worth it because on some level it just seems like that's kind of where being is. And it also strikes me, the more modern we are, the less and less that sense, this sensitivity to the nothing, to the edge of our intelligibility. We have less and less of a sense for this nothing, for this not. Yet on some level, it's like the anonymous one that sits before, under, within everything else. And little moments like that, right? Little moments like that reveals this kind of uncanniness of that which is deeply silent, right? So having ears, having eyes, having, what is it to become sensitive, to be struck by those little moments of where concealment reveals itself. And I think the key is, right? The key is in poetry. It's one of the things I love about poetry because it has this sense where it can reveal the concealed, right? Without making it unconcealed. Or another way of saying that is it's a way in which it can presence the unknown without making it known. Because the being